the bus.
That's not true, Your Honor.
She turned, Your Honor.
Yeah, that's what
That was
happened,
quite a
right?
wallop. You're asking this court for a total of $380,000.
You can see what happened to my head, Your Honor. She admitted to crashing into my bus.
So
The only thing I want, Your Honor, is for fairness.
This court has no room for fraudsters, tricksters, and slimy people. Sheriff Matt, get this man out of my courtroom.
Judge Gino Brogden spent 10 years on the bench ruling on cases worth billions of dollars. Now he presides over some of the largest claims in TV history. This is Personal Injury Court.
Good day, everyone. This is the matter of Galloway versus Murphy. Mr. Galloway, it's my understanding from the documents that you submitted to this court that you are suing Miss Murphy for severe injuries that you received when she backed into your parked car.
A $380,000 claim over a burger and a bump? Galloway says he was simply eating his lunch, minding his own business when his life was changed forever by a parking lot fender bender. But Miss Murphy insists it was just a gentle tap. This case isn't just about money, it's about credibility.
You're asking this court to award you $60,000 for your medical bills, $40,000 for future medical bills, $30,000 for lost wages, $250,000 for pain and suffering, for a total of $380,000. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And Miss Murphy, your position today is, one, you didn't mean to hit him, you didn't hit him that hard, and you're really surprised he was hurt at all.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, let's get into the legal sauce. Mr. Galloway, how do we get here?
Your Honor, I work for an airport shuttle company. It's not a fancy job, but it means a lot to me. I get to meet a lot of wonderful people. It allows me some time to do other things in life at my age. I love to garden. I have a wonderful vegetable garden out back.
You're a pretty well-rounded guy.
I'm a well-rounded guy, Your Honor. Well, I used to be a well-rounded guy.
Well, how'd you end up in this van?
Your Honor, when I dropped off the first group of passengers at the airport that morning, I was really hungry. So I stopped at the restaurant to get something to eat, Your Honor.
Okay.
So I pulled into the restaurant and I parked at the nearest available spot, went in, got a burger and soda, got back into the bus and was ready to eat my lunch.
All right. And Miss Murphy, you remember this day?
Yes, Your Honor.
What do you remember?
The well-rounded man and the life he lost. Galloway paints a picture of a peaceful man who gardens and serves airport passengers, but he claims this small collision destroyed that life. Meanwhile, Murphy is a single mother rushing to make her daughter's recital. Two very human stories. Only one can be the truth.
I work as a waitress. Also, I want to add that I am a full-time student. I'm majoring in business administration. I'm a single mother. My daughter's father died a couple months before she was born.
Okay.
So
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you. I'm trying to make ends meet. I was trying to get to my daughter's kindergarten recital. My manager accidentally put me on the schedule. And as luck would have it, the day of her very first recital, my coworkers were kind enough to help me out with the side work, and it happened to be slow that day, and I was able to get off early, and I was so happy, so excited to get to my daughter's very first recital, but also I was cutting it very close on time.
So this is a big day and you had little time.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So what happened?
I was in the front seat of the bus, I had my lunch, and I was about to take the first bite of my hamburger when all of a sudden I felt this really hard and loud crash in the back of the bus.
That's not true, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, my neck immediately went forward. It snapped back.
That is not true, Your Honor.
Your Honor, will you
Absolutely
please
not.
let me finish?
You may.
And then the next thing I knew, she was banging on the door. I opened the door and, Your Honor, she admitted to backing into my bus. She said she was in a hurry. She apologized.
So was this a really hard hit?
Yes, Your Honor.
The hamburger heard round the courtroom. Galloway dramatically claims the impact was so hard it knocked the burger from his hands. Miss Murphy says, no way, no damage, no real hit. Judge Brogden is watching them like a hawk.
Do you remember hitting him really hard?
That is not true, Your Honor. That is not true.
Well, one of y'all is wrong. You say it's
Your
hard.
Honor, it knocked the hamburger out of my hands. I never
Are
even
you
got.
kidding me?
I never even
Are
got.
you serious?
Your Honor, I never even got to finish my lunch. Okay. Now.
So, Miss Murphy.
You make me sick. You
Miss
know
Murphy,
that? Yes, Your Honor.
One, talk to me.
I'm sorry.
Let's stick to the
I'm
facts.
fighting for my daughter here.
I understand you're under a
please.
lot of pressure. What do you remember?
My car was parked across from the Plaintiff's bus. I'm backing out, and like I said earlier, I was cutting it close on time. I wasn't late, but I wasn't early, and I wanted to get to my daughter's recital. As I'm pulling out, I barely tapped his bus.
Your Honor, if I may.
Now, Mr. Galloway, you can't go that fast in a parking lot, right?
Exactly.
You brought this, it looks like a parking lot. Show me what you're gonna do with that.
Yes, Your Honor, and thank you. Your Honor, here's the shuttle bus that I'm driving.
And you're sitting inside.
Well, right. The restaurant is right here, Your Honor.
Okay.
I came back out, got into my passenger side. As I mentioned, I was about to take the first bite of my hamburger.
You had no idea the world was gonna change.
No.
No, and Your Honor, it has changed dramatically, and we'll get to that in a minute.
All right, so what happened?
So, Your Honor, as I was leaning in to bite my hamburger, and this is the defendant's car, it literally, she turned, Your Honor.
Yeah, that's what
That was
happened,
quite
right?
a wallop.
Wow.
Your Honor, who backs into a bus? I mean,
Who sues
and
a
you're
single
standing
mom for
still, right? You're in your parking
$300,000?
Your Honor, it's
Well,
not
Miss
a-
Murphy, he's sitting still in his parking space. You back into him and you say it's not your fault?
As a woman of integrity, I got out of the car. I came over just to look to see if there was any damage. Both cars were fine. You couldn't even tell anything happened. So I did the right thing.
Parking lot theater, who's telling the truth? A parking lot diagram, a bus driver with whiplash, and a defendant begging to be believed. It's courtroom theatrics at its best. Galloway insists it was a brutal jolt. Murphy says he looked totally fine, burger in hand.
I noticed him eating his burger and sipping on his soda.
The burger
having
was on the
lunch.
floor,
I'm
Your Honor. The
speaking.
burger
I'm
was-
speaking.
Y'all need to talk to me.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. But, so I knock on his window and I tell him, sir, I apologize. I accidentally bumped into your car. I just want to let you know. He seemed shocked.
Coming up,
He was surprised that
Your Honor.
he didn't even feel anything. What can you tell? There is not a scratch, not a
This
dent.
is your car?
That's his car.
Just because there's not substantial property damage doesn't mean that people aren't hurt. When did you know that you had an injury?
probably 5 to 6 hours later. I literally could not turn my head. I had to turn my whole body like this, Your Honor. It was horrible. You have
From a tap.
no idea what this has done to my life.
You back into him and you say it's not your fault?
As a woman of integrity, I got out of the car. Both cars were fine. You couldn't even tell anything happened. He was shocked. He was surprised that
Your Honor,
he didn't even feel anything. He was surprised that a car even touched him.
What do you mean I didn't feel
and then
anything?
Then you're saying that I
Miss
caused
Murphy, you
this
gotta
much
talk to
damage?
me.
I'm sorry.
It's
I'm just-
okay.
Your Honor, there's not a scratch, not a dent, and I have the photos for proof.
Sheriff Matt, if you'll get the photos from Miss Murphy.
I have that right here. You can't even
So what
tell.
are we looking at here? This is your car?
That's his car.
It's
Now,
not my.
let me tell you something though. I mean, I don't see a dent in here necessarily, right? But listen, just because there's not substantial property damage doesn't mean that people aren't hurt.
That's
So the
exactly
picture
right, Your
alone
Honor.
doesn't tell the story, but the picture alone tells some story. Is this what your van looked like?
Your Honor,
Photos, pain, and a war of words. Photos show no damage to either car, but Galloway's medical records say bulging discs, a fractured ankle, and more. Murphy can't hide her disbelief. She says it's a scam. But Judge Brogden reminds us, just because the vehicle is fine doesn't mean the body is.
I'm
Tell
not
the
so
truth.
sure I recognize that picture.
Okay.
But Your Honor, she mentioned that I didn't feel any pain at first. Your Honor, have you ever
You
studied?
said at the time you didn't feel any pain.
I didn't feel
you
any
tell her
said
that?
at the time.
Did you tell her that?
If I can please, I'm sorry, Your Honor.
It's
I did
okay.
not feel any pain immediately. If you've ever studied severe whiplash. In many instances, the pain doesn't start till days later, a week later, if not months later.
So when did it start for you? When did you know that you had an injury?
5 to 6 hours later, I literally could not turn my head.
So how has
That
this
does not
changed
make
your
sense
life?
to me.
Your Honor, it's changed my life dramatically. I haven't been able to leave my house for weeks. Your Honor, when I got home, I told my girlfriend Gigi about it, and then I took some pain medication and went to bed, Your Honor.
This sounds like a horrible experience.
It was horrible. You have no
It is.
idea what this has done to my life, okay? When I woke up the next morning, I was in so much pain, I literally could not get out of bed. I had to grab a hold of the bedpost to pull myself out of bed. My girlfriend recommended that I go see a chiropractor.
You make me sick.
Next.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever
Your
heard.
Honor, I had the medical report right here. The second, third, and fourth discs are bulging, and the fifth one is in fact ruptured.
Miss Murphy, these are very, very serious injuries. Do you see what you caused?
It doesn't make sense. I think he's scamming.
You really thought you were badly injured?
I didn't think, Your Honor, I was injured. My girlfriend recommended that I go see a chiropractor.
You make me sick. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever
Your
heard. in my
Honor, I
life.
went to the chiropractor, okay? Now, the chiropractor immediately took x-rays. She scheduled an immediate MRI. She thoroughly examined me.
The chiropractor files real injury or real drama. Galloway drops the bomb, MRI results, x-rays, and a chiropractor's testimony, multiple bulging discs, and a ruptured vertebra. But Murphy can't wrap her head around it. She insists the hit was barely a bump. This moment is the emotional
Now,
boiling.
what those tests, x-rays, and MRI revealed,
Wow.
Your Honor, was that I had several bulging discs, one of which might even be ruptured. Number two, Your
Are you
Honor,
kidding me?
I have several ruptured discs in the lower vertebrae, the lumbar area, and I have a fractured ankle.
And you got all of this from getting backed into. I
And the
see
chiropractor
From a
said
tap.
you submitted
Barely
$60,000
touched
in medical bills.
the expenses
No.
were mounting up.
Your Honor.
Miss
Your
Murphy,
Honor.
these
Your
are
Honor.
very,
Your Honor.
very serious injuries. Do you see what you
I
caused?
don't understand how this makes sense.
Ron,
Why?
I have the
barely
medical.
touched this car. There's no dents. There's no scratches on his car. Nothing.
As I mentioned earlier, I wasn't in pain then. I was in shock, okay?
Oh,
The
please. But
pain,
yet you went and you continued eating your burger and
I did
drinking
not.
your
The
soda.
burger was
but
on
then
the
again,
floor.
earlier you said that you spilled your, didn't you say you spilled your food?
yes, the hamburger
That's
was
a
on.
lie.
It's the truth.
No, it's not. And
The
you know
fact
it's
of the-
not the
Let's
truth.
have order in this courtroom. I'm the one that gets to the truth here. I decide who's lying
Thank you, Your Honor.
based on the evidence.
Your Honor, I had the medical report right here. It has the results of the MRI as well as the x-rays, Your Honor.
All right, Sheriff Matt, if you'll get the medical report from Mr. Galloway.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
Yes, ma'am.
I did not cause any of this. The neck brace, all this, I did not cause this. I don't know where this is coming from. I
Your
don't
Honor.
understand. It doesn't make sense to me. And I have the evidence, the photos for proof. Does that make sense to you?
You think there's no way he could be injured like this?
Absolutely not. It doesn't make sense. I think he's scamming.
Your
I
Honor.
don't get it.
Your Honor.
Just because you get a photo that shows not a scratch on the car doesn't mean that folks don't get hurt. We can't just dismiss it simply because there was no property damage.
Photos, pain, and a war of words. Photos show no damage to either car, but Galloway's medical records say bulging discs, a fractured ankle, and more. Murphy can't hide her disbelief. She says it's a scam. But Judge Brogden reminds us, just because the vehicle is fine doesn't mean the body is.
So you submitted this medical report. Let me take a peek at it.
Yes, Your Honor.
Patient was involved in a rear-end automobile collision resulting in partial loss of sensory function. Patient will be permanently incapacitated with limited mobility of his upper body and lower extremities. That's what you're going through, Mr.
Yes,
Galloway?
Your Honor, and I have a recreation of the accident, if I may share that with you.
You
Your Honor,
submitted
this
that
could
video to
destroy
the
me.
court. Let's take a peek at it.
This could destroy me. This is, it's comical. This is ridiculous.
Your Honor.
I don't understand.
This has caused a lot of pain in my life.
I'm sure
Yes,
it
sir.
has. You were such a liar.
So let's keep it nice here.
Oh, gosh.
I'm sorry, I'm fighting for my daughter here.
So tell me what we're looking at here, Mr. Galloway.
When the defendant backed into the back of the bus, my neck went forward and then it came back.
And you continued eating your burger.
You can
And
see
you
this.
said- And you were fine at the
Your Honor, can I
nothing
please-
happened.
You can see what happened to my head, Your Honor. The x-rays revealed and the MRI revealed that the second, third, and fourth discs between the vertebrae there are bulging, and the fifth one is in fact ruptured.
So this was a real injury.
My life has simply been changed forever, Your Honor.
Mr. Galloway, you can return to the podium. Thank you, sir. Take your time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Please explain how a baby tap to the bumper is causing all of this.
X-rays, photographs, videos, they never lie. They tell what's there.
The fact of the matter is this, Your Honor. She admitted to crashing into my bus.
Well, that's what she did here today.
She admitted
She said
it.
it's her fault.
She said it's her fault.
Sure.
The only thing I want, Your Honor, is for fairness.
Busted or broken? Who's scamming who? Murphy accuses Galloway of walking into court without his scooter. Judge Brogden stays calm, but you can feel it. He's not buying everything he's hearing. The moment of reckoning is near.
And
So
jump
do
out.
I want fairness too.
and justice, Your Honor.
So I have something
I don't
important I
even
gotta
know
say.
if my girlfriend's gonna stay with me anymore. I mean, who the heck knows?
I
She
wouldn't
says
stay
I'm
with
no
you.
good, I'm not gonna be able to provide for her.
You've mentioned her a couple of times.
Your Honor.
Why didn't she come here to court with you?
Well, Your Honor, she dropped me off. Now, she's supposed to be here. I don't know where she is.
Miss Murphy, you see that if you hadn't backed into him, we wouldn't be here today.
Yes, and I also want to add that I think I saw him coming into the courtroom without barely using any of his medical devices.
Is that right?
I don't know what she's talking about, Your Honor. I cannot move without that scooter.
You know what, folks? The good news is we've got security cameras all over this facility. We're going to take a brief recess so I can look at those videos and we'll see what the truth is. So court is in recess.
The verdict is in.
During the recess, this court looked at the video footage. So, Mr. Galloway, this is you and your girlfriend Gigi arriving at the courthouse today, right?
That is correct,
And
Your Honor.
that's Gigi there?
That is Gigi. Your Honor, you have no idea how hard it is to just get in and out of a car now.
There was a second video that I saw of the stairwell.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Your Honor.
Well, you will in a moment.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I think I saw him coming into the courtroom without barely using any of his medical devices.
I don't know what she's talking about, Your Honor. I cannot move without that scooter.
You know what, folks? The good news is we've got security cameras all over this facility. We're going to take a brief recess so I can look at those videos and we'll see what the truth is. You may be seated. During the recess, this court looked at the video footage, and I want to show you the first one. So, Mr. Galloway, this is you and your girlfriend Gigi arriving at the courthouse today, right?
That is correct,
And
Your Honor.
that's Gigi there?
That is Gigi. She did bring me here today, Your Honor.
Okay, now you all got here, what, a little after noon?
That is
right?
correct.
Okay, I see you're using your scooter.
Your Honor, you have no idea how hard it is to get out of the, just get in and out of a car
A
now.
liar.
Now, Miss Murphy, I see he's doing the same thing there that he did here in the courthouse.
This doesn't make